Hey boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of Think Different Television. Okay, so we're going to do proportions today. Start out very basically, things you may have seen before. Alright, but this stuff is still on the ACT, so we still got to be good at it, because when it gets on the test, we're going to get it right. So, proportions right here. So, a proportion is two equal ratios. So write that down in your notes. How should your notes be set up? Boom, here you go. So here is my notebook right here. Proportional reasoning is the title, August blah blah blah, 2020, write down the date. Okay? A proportion is two equal ratios. What's a ratio, you may ask? A ratio is a comparison of two amounts, like miles per gallon, like if you're a football fan, yards per carry. All those things, miles per hour. In this case, we're going to see, for example, what the ratios are and the proportions we have to figure out. Okay, pause the video and write down and set up your paper like this. Okay, let's see what our problem is. So, number one, follow along as I read. Chris has a new job designing websites. Ooh, he is paid at a rate of $700 for every 3 pages of web content that he builds. That's a lot of money. That's a good job. Create a ratio table to show the total amount of money Chris has earned in ratio to the number of pages he built. Okay. Question down here. Chris is saving up to purchase a used car that costs $4,200 or $4,200. How many web pages will, let's just say Chris needs to build before he can pay for his car? Write a complete sentence. Okay. So two things going on. We have to fill out this chart, and then we have to answer this question about how many web pages he needs to buy in order to get this car he needs. Okie dokie. No problem. All right, back to the notes like this. All right, so I set up a little table. So total pages for money. So who remembers what it is? Oh yeah, it's 3 pages. And how much does he make? $700. Bam, that's a ratio right there, because that's a comparison of pages to money right there. So this is a ratio. Okay, so if I double that, I have, if he makes 6 pages, that would mean he earns a total of $1,400. Write that down. Everything I write down, you write down. You gotta have very thorough notes, because when you go back and study for that ACT, you're gonna have to look back at this and just a bunch of numbers and crap. It's gonna be totally worthless. But when it's something like this, you can recreate these problems, you can study, you can remember what this is. And if this is too easy, maybe it might be something more challenging down the road. You need to have good notes up so you can get your practice right now. Okay, get in the good habit. All right. So, what else? So, let's double, triplet. So 3 times 3 is 9. And then so 7, 14, $2,100. Smackaroos right there. That's a lot of money for 9 web pages right there. Okay. So, when am I going to stop? I'm going to keep this pattern going. When am I going to stop? Yeah, when I'm going to get to 4,200. So let's keep going. So 12 would be 2,800. And then 15 would be $3,500. And then 18, write down what I write down. You need to pause the video. It's going to be $4,200. Ding, 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 ding. So we got all these ratios. 3, 4. We got 6 ratios right here. We got all these ratios. So which one really matters in answering the question is this one right here. So all these are proportional to each other because they're equal ratios. So this ratio and this ratio are equal, and they're all the same. So they are equal ratios. So we have a complete sentence, and that's for a complete sentence. So Chris needs to build 18 web pages to earn $4,200 and build a sports car if you want to write. Or that's good right there. Okay? Cool. Let's do example 2. I have a chart set up already because I already did a little preview of it. Let's see. So 2. Spraying plants with cornmeal spray is a natural way to prevent fungal growth on the plants. It is made by soaking cornmeal in water, using 2 cups of cornmeal for every 9 gallons of water. Complete the ratio table to answer the questions that follow. So we got the table. A, how many cups of cornmeal should be added to 45 gallons of water? And B, Paul has only 8 cups of cornmeal. How many gallons of water should he add if he wants to make as much cornmeal spray as he can? Okay, so it looks like A and B are being help when we complete this ratio table right here. Okay. So who remembers what the important information is? Let's add it to our notes. How many cups of cornmeal for how many gallons of water? Yeah. So 2 cups of cornmeal is 9 gallons of water. Okay, let's keep it going. So if it's 4, so double it, that would be 18. And math is all about patterns, and so we're seeing the pattern. So 1 ratio, 2 ratios, yeah, they can go across. This one went horizontal. This one went vertically right here. These ones going horizontally. So we have 6 and 27, 8 and 36, 10 and 45, 12 and 54, etc. We can keep going forever with that. Forever and ever and ever. Okay, so let's answer the questions. Back to the questions. Always read it again. How many cups of cornmeal can be added to 45 gallons of water? And Paul has only 8 cups of cornmeal. Okay, so that's all right here. So 45 gallons of water, he's going to make 10 cups of cornmeal. So A, Paul will need 10 cups of cornmeal for 45 gallons of water. You can abbreviate gallons like that, bam. And then B, if you only has 8 cups of cornmeal, that's what it says, right? Has 8 cups of cornmeal, how many gallons of water? There you go. Is he going to need? So if he has 8 cups of water, boom, right here, Paul will need 36 gallons of water for his 8 cups of cornmeal. Cool. There you go. So it's complete sentence, bam, bam. The ratio table helped us out. All right, let's do example 3. Let's see if you can do it. Ooh, let's preview it though. Here we go. Number 3. Follow along as I read. Daniel is setting up a fish tank. He is buying a breed of goldfish that typically grows to be 12 inches long. Who has a big goldfish? It's a foot long. It is recommended that there be 1 gallon of water for every 1 inch of fish length in the tank. What is the recommended ratio of gallons of water per fully grown fish in the tank? Complete the table. And then A, what size tank is needed for Daniel to have 5 fully grown goldfish? And B, how many fully grown goldfish can go in a 40-gallon tank? Okay. Pause the video right now and see if you can knock out this ratio table and A and B in your notes. Number of fish, gallons of water. Go. All right, let's see what you got. So, 1 fish, it said was 12 inches, right? And it said that 12 inches, every inch of fish, you need a gallon of water for the tank. So if you have 1 fish, which means you need 12 gallons of water. And then if you had 2 fish, that would be 12 plus 12, that would be 24 inches. So that would be 24 gallons of water. And then 3 and 36, 4 and 48, 5 and 60, 6 and 72, etc. So for every fish, you need 12 gallons of water because every fish is going to be 12 inches. Okay, so now let us answer these questions and see if you got it right. What size tank is needed to have 5 fully grown fish? And how many goldfish can go in a 40-gallon tank fully grown? Okay. So 5 fully grown fish should be 60 gallons. You need 60 gallons of water for 5 goldfish. Bam, that's A. And B, if you only have 40 gallons, that's right here. How many fully grown goldfish can go in? Is that going to be 3 or 4? If you only have 40 gallons in your tank, yeah, that's going to be 3. You can only have 3 goldfish with 40 gallons of water. Bam. Why? Because if you had 4 goldfish, you need 48 gallons for it to be fully grown and have the correct amount of gallons right there. Cool. You're going to have some left over for more water than you need, but that's cool. Those 3 fish are going to be swimming in a lot of room. Got it. Okay. Nice job. Let's look at this. Ooh. We got some proportions now. So now we did some ratios, now let's do some proportions. All right, here you go. So you got to get your calculator. If you have one, use your phone or you have a graphing calculator, that's cool. So write in soft proportions. Michael takes his pulse for 10 seconds and counts 13 beats. How many beats is this in 60 seconds? Okay. So the first thing is you write your ratio down. These are in the ACT all the time. So number 1. So 10 seconds is 13 beats. That's the ratio it gives you, just like it did in the previous problems. But the thing is, like, it doesn't really matter what's on the top and bottom, what's on the numerator and denominator. But generally, like, when you have ratios, it's a good habit to write the time on the denominator. Why? Because, like, miles per hour, beats per minute, things like that, or in this case, beats per second, you always say the time second in those cases. So it's not wrong if you do this, it's just better if you do it this way, okay? So now you notice how I have beats and seconds on the top. You also have to have beats and seconds right there. Okay. So it says how many beats are there in 60 seconds? 60 seconds. So how many beats in 60 seconds? So 60 seconds. Seconds across from seconds. So if I set it up this way, that also would have been good. Seconds across from seconds, and then X beats. That's what I'm looking for. How many beats are in those 60 seconds? So there's a bunch of ways to solve this. If you're really good, you can see this relationship right here. So 10, how do you get to 60? That's times 6. And then 13 times 6. Whenever you do the numerator, you do the denominator, you get the beats right there. So 13 times 6 is going to get me that answer. You can also do what we just did. So 13 over 10, and then you double it, 26 over 20, and then you keep going, 39 over 30, and you keep going until you get 60 seconds right here. These are the seconds. So you can do what we just did, but there's actually a quicker way. If you can't see this pattern, this will work every time. You just cross multiply. So 10 times x, 10x, and then 13 times 60. 13 times 60 is 780, like that. And then just 10 times 1 is 780. You probably do it in your head, or just divide if you want. X equals 78. So 78 beats for 60 seconds. Got it. Cool. All right, let's do one more. You're doing good. One more. So what happens if you do this? Check it out. Let's look at number 3 right here. Justin won the election by a ratio of 6 to 5. Following as I read. If he received 7,230 votes, how many votes did his opponent receive? Okay. So Justin won the election by a ratio of 6 to 5. So what I'm going to do is this. So I'm going to set it up here in my notes. So number 2, let's say. So Justin got 230 votes. That's for Justin. And his opponent, how much did his opponent receive? Boom. So if it says 6 to 5, that's going to be 6 votes for Justin, and then 5 for his opponent, like that. So Justin and Justin across each other, opponent and opponent. So 6 to 5. So when it says that, it doesn't really say exactly which the 6 and the 5 is. You should go what says first and what says second. So Justin says first. Okay, now let's solve. 6 times x is 6x. 5 times 7,230. Bam.